Hi, my name's Patrick. I joined the Physique Academy about 1 year ago this month. My starting weight was 88.5 kilograms and I finished phase one on about 68.7 kilograms. So in total, I lost about 44 pounds and that was over the course of 9 months. My coach is Sam Parker, the man, the myth, the legend himself. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about my whole journey through phase one and just the challenges that we overcame as a team, basically. So my first recollection of finding Physique Academy was just through a family friend. Sam was a good family friend of ours, and I've known Sam for a few years now, and I'd been considering joining Physique Academy for some time, and there was a lot of delaying going on, just as we do in our lives, we do delay these things. But eventually I decided to put my faith into Sam and take the jump into the Physique Academy and just seeing where it took me, basically. The reason I wanted to join Physique Academy was because I was very unhappy with just the way I looked. Really didn't like looking in the mirror. I couldn't really do much physical exercise without getting out of breath or just not enjoying it, basically. There was no routine, there was no structure. And then, of course, besides the gym side of things, the actual eating side was just massively out of hand. I was going out for lunch with my friends every day, just eating anything and everything, getting home, doing the same. And then the weekend would come round and I'd be binge drinking Friday and Saturday and maybe a bit on Sunday as well if I was up for it, and it just wasn't healthy at all. And I think it got to the point where I really started to question why I was doing what I was doing. And currently at that point in my life, I was really excelling in like my job and, you know, all other aspects of my life, but the physical side was nowhere there, basically. It was just terrible. And I thought to myself, why am I doing all the right things in every other section of my life, but not this? So pretty much that was the reason for joining. I didn't like the way I looked. I just couldn't look myself in the mirror. I was embarrassed to take my t-shirt off in front of my girlfriend. I wasn't spending a lot of time with the people that I love. I mean, obviously other than my friends, but you know, like I wasn't spending a lot of time with my girlfriend because I was just always either hungover or didn't have any money because I was just eating and drinking whatever. So yeah, that was the main reason for joining the Physique Academy, pretty much. And I don't regret it in the slightest. There's been some unbelievable challenges in this past year since joining that I've placed upon myself. Obviously the diet was just crazy to me at first. I didn't know if I could do it. Going the gym, you know, 3 times a week at first was again something that I said to Sam at first, I don't know if my body can handle this. And thankfully I had Sam, who has just been amazing and just a beautiful person inside and out. I've got so much to thank him for. He pushed me on a lot and he never let me surrender. And even when I thought I did enough, he was there saying, no, you can do more. There's more in the tank, don't give up. I now go to the gym 4 times a week and I'll do cardio at least once a week. I mean, more so when I was in the court, but you know, just something that I never would imagine myself doing effectively. Some of the hardest challenges was just learning to say no to people, which is something, living in a city, you know, having a good job, having lots of friends and always something going on was really hard to do. And Sam did help me to learn the art of saying no to people a lot more. And now I look back on things and I'm like, wow, I didn't actually say no to that much. I had. And, you know, just want to put a disclaimer, I still go out with my friends. I still, you know, socialise, go on holidays, drink and stuff like that. But it's so much more controlled now. And just from restricting myself for that short period of time, although 9 months seems like a long period of time, in the grand scheme of your life, it's not a lot. Saying no to that really has now allowed me to do so much more. I can, you know, eat more because I'm obviously out of the cut now. I'm not as restricted with my calories anymore, but I can still eat good food. I've got that discipline where I will eat good food. But you know, I can still enjoy myself and do all these brilliant things and saving money. I'm talking about money a lot, but I think people will be able to relate when you are in this routine of going out for lunch every day, you know, spending like 10 to 15 pounds every day on lunch and just eating crap. It doesn't fill you up. It's not good for you. You're tired from it. But then coming home and just feeling the same and doing the same again and just getting in this cycle of constantly just buying bad food, eating bad food, has getting out of it, I should say, has just allowed me to do so much more with my life. I've now realized after like a year of doing this, I was like, wow, I actually have a passion for training and going to the gym and dieting, and you know, just the fitness world in itself is definitely something, a passion of mine that I never thought I would have. The biggest win for me after completing phase one was probably looking back and realizing that I pushed myself to my physical limits and mental limits as well. There's been times where I've picked up an injury or I've like relapsed on my diet. I remember specifically getting home after an awful day in work and just eating like a full can of Pringles to myself. But overcoming them things has just been amazing. Getting to the end of phase one and seeing the before and after pictures was one of the most euphoric things I think I've ever experienced in my life. I remember going to the toilet and like crying, basically like tears of joy, because it clicked in my head that I'd done it. And that's something I never thought I'd do. I got to a very low body fat percentage and obviously just the shape of my life as a 23, 24-year-old man. And it's something that I'll never ever forget. And now I have this unbelievable foundation where I can just keep on going and keep on progressing. I've now got this amazing passion. I feel like I've improved all my relationships with everybody around me. Hopefully I'm much more fun to be around because I'm not always like miserable just because my body was just full of rubbish. And yeah, it's something I just can't wait to keep building on, because although phase one is over, the rest of my life is, you know, it's going to keep going, and I just can't wait to keep on progressing. And I've even actually, it's good timing, to be fair, that I've been asked to do this testimonial. I know I've been talking a bit too long, but I even got my certificate in the post today, so that was pretty cool to look at that. Bear in mind, this was 88.5 kilograms, and now we're on like 69 kg, I think that was at the end. So what a journey. I'll never forget it. And yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to Sam and the guys at the Academy, because it's just been a hell of a ride and I can't wait to keep going with it. So yeah, thanks a lot.